When my daughter was in surgery after a car accident, my mother-in-law Linda Brown threw a tantrum demanding hotpot delivery in the hospital hallway. Not wanting public embarrassment, I begged Linda to reconsider. She responded by slapping me hard across the face. Then my husband David Wilson and his father Michael Wilson dragged me to a surveillance-free area for a brutal beating. Eventually I relented, only for Linda to suddenly have a psychotic episode during the meal. With her face contorted inhumanly, she shoved my head into the boiling hot pot broth until I died. I reopened my eyes to find myself reborn at this critical moment, Linda's tearful hot pot demand echoing through the hospital corridor again. This time, I smiled coldly. Not only wouldn't I stop her from ordering, I'd specifically request extra Carolina Reaper peppers in the broth. It's all your fault Lily got hurt, Linda wailed dramatically, her crocodile tears dripping onto the hospital floor. If you hadn't abandoned your motherly duties for some pathetic career, my precious granddaughter would never have been hit by that car. The truth was Linda had left sleeping 4-year-old Lily alone to gamble at mahjong. My terrified baby had run barefoot into traffic trying to find her. Now this manipulative old hag dared blame me while playing the grieving grandmother. I dug my nails deep into my thighs, using physical pain to suppress the urge to strangle her with the 4 tubing nearby. David and Michael glared at me with matching venomous expressions. Mom, I forced my voice to tremble, replicating my previous submissive tone perfectly. I'm sorry. The shock of Lily's accident made me irrational. Of course you should order whatever comforts you. Let me go get it myself so it stays fresh. Linda preened at my groveling. No need. My favorite hot pot place delivers. As they placed the order, I excused myself to use the restroom, instead sprinting to the head nurse's station. In my previous life, I discovered too late that Michael had fed Lily Linda's blood thinners before surgery, turning a manageable injury into fatal hemorrhaging. Their family had collected millions in hospital settlements and our life insurance policies while vacationing with their mistresses. Please warn the surgical team, I pleaded, showing Linda's psychiatric certification. My mother-in-law has dementia and gave my daughter anticoagulants during her mental episode. The nurse paled. That explains the complications. We'll adjust treatment immediately. With Lily's safety secured, I returned to stage part 2. Concealing my phone's livestream camera in my handbag, I approached the Wilson trio with theatrical anxiety. Mom, the doctors say Lily's stabilizing, I announced loudly enough for the hidden microphone. Let me massage your shoulders while we wait. On screen, millions of viewers watched Linda's deranged demands and the Wilson men's threatening glares. The live counter ticked upward. 50, 000, 100, 000, 500, 000 witnesses. Soon the delivery arrived, wafting sinister chili fumes, as Linda greedily dug into the Reaper-laced broth. I smiled. Let the world see the Wilson family's true colors. And when the unfortunate accident of Linda's drug-induced psychosis occurred later tonight, well, live-streamed evidence of her mental instability would make the insurance investigations most interesting. This time, the vipers wouldn't escape their own venom. My mother-in-law, Linda, was taken aback that I still offered her a massage under such circumstances. After complaining about her sore back, she demanded specific techniques. I complied meticulously as always. When she finally relaxed, I sighed remorsefully. This is all my fault. Had I stayed home with Lily instead of working that dead-end job paying barely $1.200 monthly, not even close to your daily mahjong winnings, our baby wouldn't have gotten hit by that car. Exactly, Linda snapped. Lily's accident is entirely your fault. I told you to quit that pathetic job. If you'd stayed home like I said, I could have made us rich through mahjong by now. Seizing her prideful moment, I pressed on meekly. You're absolutely right. After Lily's surgery, I'll resign immediately. By the way, they say families sense when disaster strikes. I burned my hand at work today. Did your luck change during mahjong? Changed? I won nearly $700. Could have made over $1. 400 if you hadn't called about the accident. My blood boiled. This woman took pride in gambling while her granddaughter fought for life. Unconsciously, my massage intensified. Ah, you wretched hag. Linda shoved me to the floor and slapped me hard. Trying to kill me? I scrambled to massage her legs. Trembling. Forgive me. With Lily's life hanging in the balance. I lost focus. Useless cow. She sneered. I never wanted David to marry trash like you. That girl I picked for him would have brought us fortune. Tears welled in my eyes. We've been married 7 years. Haven't my efforts counted? I treat you better than my own mother. Another stinging slap landed. Our family's misfortunes stem from you and that jinx daughter of yours. Tell that little curse bringer not to wail after surgery, she'll drain our wealth with her tears. Her grotesque expression surpassed any TV villain's. Choking back sobs. I continued massaging. For years I've cooked at 5 a.m. Cleaned until midnight. Doesn't that earn Lily basic respect as your blood relative? She kicked me away. Don't touch me with those filthy hands. You walking bad omen. Red-eyed. I finally snapped. Insult me all you want, but not Lily. Apologize now. A delivery man arrived with an enormous package. Order for Linda? Here. She waved. The wide-eyed courier muttered. Ordering hotpot outside an or? These people belong in psych wards. My heart ached. Even strangers recognized this depravity. Last life. Michael and David beat me for protesting this madness. How could I have been so blind? As David unpacked the portable table and chili oil broth, traumatic memories flooded back, being drowned in scalding broth. Skin peeling. I trembled violently. Honey. David materialized from his perpetual bathroom breaks. Save your strength for Lily. His fate concern mirrored last life's betrayal. At the table, Linda demanded servitude. When I accidentally dumped all shrimp paste into the pot, she beat my head with chopsticks. This time, I caught them mid-swing. Enough! I roared. Our child's in surgery and you care more about shrimp paste? What kind of monster are you? The air crackled with impending retribution. This time, the Carolina Reaper-laced broth awaited its rightful consumers. Let them taste hellfire. Facing my resistance, Linda glanced at the scalding hot pot broth. Her eyes gleaming with excitement. You can't even place vegetables properly. You stupid pig. Marrying a useless woman like you as my daughter-in-law. I might as well have my son marry a dog. With a vicious expression, she reached to slap my face. A bloodthirsty smile flickered in my eyes as I grabbed Linda's hair and shoved her face into the boiling broth with lightning speed. Amid Linda's ear-splitting screams, I tossed her aside like trash and flung the hot pot at Michael and David, moving too fast for their stunned reactions. I drenched them in searing liquid. Their agonized shrieks filled the surgical ward hallway. Ah! Save me! Save me! I'm burning! The spice! My face! I can't see! I'm dying! David clutched his eye, the remaining one glaring murderously. Emily, have you gone insane? I became insane the moment your wolf-hearted family destroyed my daughter. I screamed, hurling vegetables from takeout containers. While my child fights for her life in surgery, you feast outside like demons. Enjoy your meal now. Grabbing glass soda bottles, I smashed one against Michael's head. He scrambled blindly, Carolina Reaper-infused broth sealing his eyes, and crashed into a wall before collapsing. David backed away, his right face bubbling grotesquely. Honey, look closely. I'm your David. Don't hurt me. You let your gambling addict mother neglect our daughter. I advanced, bottle raised. My baby died because of you. He fled down the sterile corridor, me chasing like a fury. Murderer! Don't run. You killed her. The deserted surgical floor stayed silent. I'd warned nurses earlier about Linda's violent psychosis. Staff glimpsing my shattered bottle quickly locked doors. Exhausted by burns and spice torture, David cowered in a corner. Emily, calm down. It's me. Have you truly lost your mind? A sudden needle prick darkened my world. My daughter survived surgery this time. Unlike that cursed previous life, Michael survived with third-degree burns. His face forever disfigured by chilly corrosion. Linda languished in ICU. Throat scalded beyond speech. David's once handsome features now resembled melted wax on one side, his precious flirting tools ruined. Our live-streamed family hot pot party went viral. Netizens flooded support. That abused housewife's rage was justified. Memes spread of Linda's snarling slap frozen mid-swing. Public opinion crucified the Wilson family. Facing viral backlash, David dropped charges. Police dismissed it as domestic dispute after his withdrawal. In the hospital room, David gazed through bandages. Emily, I was wrong not protecting you from Mom. Let's start over. I'll cherish you forever. I knew his surrender wasn't love. With Linda comatose and Michael disabled, this mutilated peacock needed his free caretaker. Worse, he'd seen my viral fame, scheming to monetize my trauma through livestream sales. Feigning tears, I touched his lumpy cheek. Thank you for forgiving me, David. I'll be the perfect wife. Thus began my days racing between pediatric wards, burn units, and ICU, the model caregiver in nurses' eyes. They pitted the dutiful daughter-in-law tending monsters, unaware this was Act 2 of my revenge play. Every time they saw me, they showed immense concern and were especially attentive to Lily's post-operative care. To maintain their goodwill toward me as the devoted daughter-in-law, I visited Linda more frequently, channeling all their affection into caring for Lily. Little did they know, each tearful visit to my severely injured mother-in-law secretly filled me with fireworks of joy. Compared to my agonizing death in my past life, Linda, now lying bedridden in living hell, must suffer 1,000-fold worse than I ever did. Over 7 days, Linda received 3 critical condition notices. I thought she might die, but her will to survive proved stronger than expected. On the 7th day, she opened her eyes, one eye irreparably scorched blind, the other barely visible through necrotic skin, her throat emitting only garbled, winded whimpers. Unable to accept her monstrous appearance, Linda spiraled into hysterics, banishing me and caregivers alike. Michael and David, discharged after 6 days for their burns, returned home to recuperate. Faced with Linda's violent rejection, they reluctantly tended to her themselves. But devotion withers with prolonged suffering. Even spouses scatter when disaster strikes. These 2 philanderers from my past life, who'd kept mistresses, now lacked the patience to care for a deranged, disfigured old woman. After 5 days, David slumped before me, haggard. Emily, I can't do this anymore. Mom's deliberately tormenting us like a madwoman. With 4 family members hospitalized, our savings are gone, relatives refuse loans, and nurses keep hounding me for payments. This will kill me. The hotpot incident's online backlash had cost David his deputy manager position. In 12 days since Lily's accident, David looked like he'd aged 12 years, his once polished demeanor replaced by a gaunt, scarred middle-aged shell. I smirked inwardly. Pain only matters when it's yours. In my past life, my wholehearted devotion earned me their plot to murder me and Lily for insurance money. Now, returning their cruelty, they finally understood suffering. You're right. I agreed. We need income. Why don't you care for Lily while I return to work? Lily clutched my hand in panic. No. Stay with me. My heart ached. In our previous life, David had 0 patience with her, slapping her coldly when she tried playing with him. Now, with half his face disfigured, he terrified her more than ever. How blind I'd been. sacrificing everything for this irresponsible man. My gruesome death by their scheming was no accident. Lily needs meticulous care during recovery. David countered. I can't manage Mom and her properly. You stay. But how will we pay the medical bills without income? Live stream selling. Let's try live stream selling. People would call me a pathetic doormat, profiting online after your mother abused me. No one would buy from us. David hesitated. Then tentatively suggested. What if we get a fake divorce? Never. I declared. Steel in my voice. I'll never leave you. Not even pretend. His eyes flashed with smug satisfaction before he launched into an hour of persuasion. Finally. Tearful and reluctant. I acquiesced, but what if you abandon me? Let's notarize property, house, cars, Lily's custody, all under my name first. This was my goal all along. We divorced swiftly. My divorce announcement video went viral, with influencers celebrating my new beginning. Meanwhile, my ex-husband David gained traction by tearfully lamenting his failure as a husband, masked despite his scars. His surviving captivating peach blossom eyes mesmerizing middle-aged female followers. His self-flagellating marriage reflections videos rivaled my own follower count. Days later, we launched our first live stream. Ironically, David out-earned me instantly. Society loves hating scoundrels yet calls repentant men, a few crocodile tears whitewash past sins. Thrilled by earning a month's salary in hours. David marveled. No wonder everyone wants to be an influencer. The spark in his eyes mirrored the greed that once drove him to murder. After tasting success, David Wilson followed the same playbook and set up a livestream account for his father Michael Wilson. The disfigured older man wore a mask while mimicking his son's penitent act, unexpectedly gaining sympathy from elderly viewers. Their $1.39 trash bags with free shipping and budget kitchen supplies sold remarkably well. Both men became obsessed with live streaming like explorers discovering new territory, broadcasting 12+ hours daily for 2 weeks straight, raking in substantial profits. They completely forgot about Linda Brown screaming for their attention at the hospital. Honey, we've made enough for Mom and Lily's medical bills. Let's remarry, I suggested. David avoided eye contact, clearly reluctant. Sweetheart, this money won't last us a few years. Let's maintain our current arrangement until I make more. He coaxed with false tenderness. I pretended to pout. They say money corrupts men. Give me half your earnings if you want me to trust you. Originally planning to exploit my live stream success, David now out-earned me and grew increasingly dismissive. His growing arrogance served my purpose perfectly. You already got the house, car, and Lily. Should I carve out my heart for you? He snapped. I'm just insecure. I backtracked submissively. I'll stop mentioning marriage. Satisfied with my apparent submission, David flashed a contemptuous smirk. Go tend to Mom and Lily at the hospital. I'm streaming. At the hospital. I checked our hidden cameras. The feed showed Michael and David each embracing a woman on our couch, surrounded by lobster feasts and alcohol. Grinning, I rushed to Linda's room. The sleeping woman jolted awake when I slapped her. Emily, you heartless witch. I'll make David divorce you. She shrieked. Another slap landed on her necrotic skin. Enjoy the show, old hag. I forced my phone against her barely visible eye. Is that Susan and Grace? Why are they in my house? She rasped. Watch closely. Susan's simpering voice filled the room. Michael, when will you divorce Linda? Watching you work so hard breaks my heart. Unlike David's situation, dumping my elderly wife now would alienate our elderly supporters. Michael replied before kissing her. Grace chimed in, if you won't marry Mom, stop wasting her time. Plenty of decent men want her. Linda's disfigured face contorted grotesquely. You backstabbing whores. I helped you widows survive. I silently reveled in her agony. Though injured in the hotpot incident, the Wilson men profited most. Linda became the true victim, bedridden and betrayed. The camera revealed Michael's murderous expression. David, your mother's brain damage makes her useless. Let's hire a mentally ill caretaker to accidentally overdose her. We'll collect the life insurance. David's immediate agreement chilled even me. Smart. Mom's insanity would ruin our business. Better cash in early. Linda thrashed wildly, managing to sit halfway up before collapsing. You monsters! She screamed hoarsely. Suddenly, she turned tearful. Emily, I was wrong. You're the perfect daughter-in-law. I'll discipline David after recovery. My palm cracked across her face. Remember trying to drown me in boiling broth for insurance money? Her eyes bulged. You overheard us. That's why you provoked me. My grin turned feral. Not overheard. I already died from your scalding broth once. My mother-in-law Linda trembled in fear. Stop playing these ghostly tricks to scare me. Why would I scare you? When scalding chili water gets inhaled through your nose, your entire body feels like it's about to explode. I described the burning agony of hot pot broth scalding. Linda murmured. That's exactly how I felt. You've really been burned by hot pot before? Not just burned. You boiled me alive in that broth. Compared to your cruelty, I'm practically a saint. I recounted our past life's betrayal, ending with an icy smile. Did you really think they'd treat you well after helping murder me and Lily? In our previous life, you died far more horribly than I did. After stealing our wrongful death compensation, they declared you a dangerous killer and committed you to an asylum. You were raped to death by deranged old men. This lifetime will be worse. Not only have I made you experience that burning broth, they'll now hire mental patients to torture you. They'll drain your last drop of value, using your life insurance money to support your best friend and her bastard child. Congratulations. Dear Linda, you've won the cosmic lottery. Linda clutched my hands desperately, tears streaming. Emily, you're the best daughter-in-law. I was wrong. Please save me. I coldly pried her fingers loose, watching the desperate hope in her eyes shatter. Enjoy your happily ever after, Linda. After Lily's hospital discharge, I listed our school district home $50,000 below market. Buyers swarmed within hours, paying the agent $2,000 to handle everything. I avoided seeing the Wilson family again. By next day, the sale closed, returning to my rural hometown with Lily and the proceeds. I faced my parents' weathered farmhouse door. My father answered. Wordlessly. I knelt weeping at his feet until Mom appeared. Your unfilial daughter has returned. They simply held me, murmuring, You're safe. That's enough. I leased farmland, documenting our rural life through vlogs. When harvest came, I live-streamed sales through my account. While I thrived in muddy fields, David and Michael's livestream empire boomed, with Susan and Grace co-hosting. Their on-screen chemistry undeniable. 3 months later, breaking news exploded online. My former mother-in-law Linda had meticulously collected evidence of Michael's affairs and David's abuse. After dousing their mansion in gasoline, she burned Michael, David, and their mistresses alive. From the flaming yard, she filmed a final video for David's account, Emily. I killed those who wronged you. You'll always be my true daughter-in-law. In our next life, I'll be the mother-in-law you deserved. Please visit before I. Watching masked Linda's tearful plea, I smiled. This woman survived 3 months of torture. She'd never truly intended to die. The real punishment? Living with her choices. A leopard can't change its spots. Linda didn't truly repent or apologize to me. She just wanted to use public opinion to make me feel guilty or lure me with the promise of massive online exposure. Hoping I'd take her in as a personal retirement plan. Having endured this nightmare twice, I wouldn't flinch even if she held a knife to my throat. let alone yield to social media pressure. Let her use this drama to fund her later years. I'd rather quit the internet forever than let that woman disrupt my peace. Netizens saw through her. Before I could respond to Linda's public plea, my comments section was flooded with warnings. Don't fall for it. Sis. Once you give that hag an inch, she'll stick like glue. Taking their advice, I posted a video of myself eating watermelon in my fields with the caption, "The past is over, this has nothing to do with me." My plump, juicy melons became a viral hit. Riding on the Browns' notoriety, I sold my entire 50-acre harvest and cleared the village's stockpile. Watching Mom and Dad happily sort produce in the packing shed, I felt true joy for the first time in 7 years. Karma caught up. Linda was arrested for arson and attempted murder. Then, conveniently, she developed mental illness during interrogation. Now in a mental institution, she mutters my name daily, seeking redemption. On a cold lunar New Year's Eve, when snow turned our village into a winter wonderland, an unknown number called during our family dumpling night. Against my better judgment, I answered. "Is this Emily Smith? I'm Linda's attorney. Ms. Brown passed away at 7:47 p.m. Her will names you as the sole beneficiary. Are you available for the proceedings tomorrow?" I smiled at the steaming pot. Sure. The inheritance totaled $2.3 million, the exact amount they'd extorted through insurance fraud in my previous life. The universe balanced its books perfectly. Every wrong deed got its due punishment.